They call me a bigot, they call me a fool, and they tell me that I am a racist and cruel. But I fight for freedom and I fight for hope, and they put the Quran under my microscope, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never I bow to Islam, where the killing of women's allowed. They tell me, be silent, you don't know a thing about the peaceful religion, that joy that it brings. They tell me that I am misguided and blind, and that only that way will bring peace to mankind. Oh, it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never I bow to Islam, where the killing of gays are allowed. The world has turned mad, only few forms the ban. 'Cause we only can win if united we stand. Stop hating and bitching, don't put others down. If you don't want them bringing their laws to your town, just say no, nay, never. No, nay, never I bow to Islam, where the judgment of Sharia law. Just say no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more shall they take our freedom. We shall win this war. We can win this war. We shall win this war. You know, lately I've been thinking a lot. There's been so many attacks in Europe. There's been a lot of attacks against American police too by Black Lives Matters. Really? I think my life matter. I think that needs to be focused on the real thing, that all lives matter. And I know that for my American peoples right now, the most important thing for them is the election and what happens if they don't get what they really need, a strong leader. And I know and I get it when they say that it's a mad world, because it is a mad world. We've seen it in the news. We've seen how the mainstream media is filling us with lies. And if people don't search and don't Google and don't go deep in the stuff that they show us, we can be very, very misguided. But you know what the biggest problem is? It is that we are not united. People put their lives at risk for this. And I'm speaking about one particular war. The war that is very real for us in Europe. I try to educate myself. I try to make other people listen to what I found out and what other people are telling about this ideology. And I really, really try to make people listen and understand. It's very hard because people are just so blinded. But sometimes, maybe one time in a week, I'm lucky and get through to a person who says, okay, maybe you're right, maybe I should go educate myself about this stuff. And that's worth it. That's worth it. That pushes away the thoughts that if we don't stop them, I am for sure one of the people who will die in my town, because I have no doubt that I'm under investigation by some people, because I post a lot, I share a lot, and I will not be made silent. The only way to make me silent is either disappear or kill me. And I fear that kill me will be the result if nothing is happening right now. And why do I fear that? It's because we are not united. Um, every time that more people gains knowledge, it seems that we get more divided. Why? Is it because that it's a race about popularity, or are we just too ignorant to acknowledge that other people have found out stuff um, that we didn't know, but hey, that's a good thing, so let's share it and give proper credit? I don't get it. I need people to be united because in Europe things are very, very bad. Today came out that there's a soccer camp where there's, I think, around 800 teams from around the world. Teens from around 11 to 18, 19 years old. I come to this place not far from my hometown every summer. 800 teams, plus some parents and coaches and so on. And you can imagine it's a lot of kids coming to this place. Last night, a 15-year-old Norwegian girl was, what would you call it? Uh, she was not raped, but it was other sexual assaults by 3 men um, from the south, dark, couldn't speak English, and they didn't sound like they could speak Scandinavian either, she told the police. I'm so sad. I'm so sorry for this girl that she came here. Um, because her parent thought that they were sending her to a safe place. But you know what? Uh, because of so many saying that and closing their eyes to the real danger, this can happen and will happen over and over again. Um, it's just sad that it happened. So what am I trying to say about this and with my little song? I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to get people to understand that if we don't work on this as a united, well-organized machine and stop putting each other down and bitching about this and that, uh, then they win. And I don't want them to win. It's bad for me. It's bad for my generation's kids, my generation's grandkids. Um, it's bad for everyone. It's bad for the whole world. If Europe is overrun, and it's close, very close, because Merkel just doesn't want to give in. She says that it's a problem with the refugees, but she will not close the borders, because what then? What should she do with the real refugees? Now I get that somehow, but what I say is, well, why risk one? Why risk my life for 1 out of 10 possible? Maybe 1 out of 10 real refugee. Let's send all the men back, but and take in the women and the kids. But you know, again, it's a dangerous thing to say in Europe, especially here. Um, and that makes me feel alone. And then when I get online and speak with people and try to find new information and gain more information and more knowledge to share, it really it really saddens me when I see that we who are fighting against this seems to more and more also fight against each other. What is that? Why? Why do we put each other down when we need to be organized as one? The Christians would say we need to be one body. Um, and you know, when when a part of my body hurts another part, it hurts the whole body because it goes straight to my brain. So when people are putting one of my friends down, they are putting me down. When people are bitching, telling lies, and trying to ruin what other people are doing, they bring me down, and I wonder, why do I even bother? And then this thing about the Norwegian girl happened, and I go, I grab my guitar and I write a song. Uh, it's very rare that I sing to people anymore because I ruined my voice with all those cigarettes. But maybe now with the vapor things will be better. But you know what? Stop bitching. Stop trying to put yourself ahead of others because we need all the pieces of the jigsaw to get this working together. Stop putting each other down. And if we stop that and we start working united, then they can't take our freedom and we will win this war. Have a great evening all, or whatever time when you're watching this. Just have a great one.